Hi everybody, it is Levi Sauerbrei. You can find me on social media at NerdButler or check out nerdbutler.com for more of my content. We are on day 2 of our 30-day challenge, and that means the 5-minute number cube goes on the table, and here we go. All right, today, day 2 of our 30-day challenge. Just to remind you, you can go back and watch day 1, but we're gonna do at least a 5-minute video every day for 30 days just to get in the habit of doing video every day. Today, what I wanna talk to you about is how we interact with technology in our lives. I have been doing some form of technical support pretty much since I was 12 years old, when my father brought home the first computer for our family, handed me a stack of manuals about this big, set it down on the desk next to the computer and said, if I have any questions, I'm gonna ask you. So I read the whole manual. I read the documentation for every piece of software we had. I learned how to use AutoCAD and WordPerfect and learned every DOS command there was, 3.5-inch floppy disks. Kids, ask your parents what those are. Learned how to do everything, and pretty soon I was dialing into message boards at the local college and telnetting into other places, and this was my introduction to the world of technology. I've had a lot of experience working with people who were frustrated by technology, working with people who saw technology as a barrier to them getting their job done, and I've come to realize a couple of things about technology. I think most people see technology as mysterious and complicated and something that is intended to confuse them, intended to make their life more difficult. And I want you to step back from that if you've ever felt that way and revisit it from a different perspective. Now, it's okay to be frustrated with technology. There's a lot of bad technology out there. There's a lot of good technology out there, whether that's your smartphone, your laptop computer, the time tracking system that your employer is asking you to use. I want you to step back from all of it and view it in a slightly different light. What I want you to do is I want you to think about technology as something that someone created with the intent of helping you. Now, it doesn't always help you. It's not always the perfect answer to what you're looking for. But when someone sat down to create that piece of software, they did it with the intention of making your life better. No one has ever created a piece of software or a piece of hardware with the intention of making someone's life more difficult. Maybe they were bad at their job. Maybe they were really good at their job, but there was a committee further up the line that changed what they did and made it a little less user-friendly, made it a little less secure, made it a little less something else. But everybody who ever sat down in front of a computer or a blank piece of paper to design something did it with a purpose in mind. They were trying to solve a problem. What kinds of things am I talking about? Every piece of software has certain things in common with every other piece of software, almost without exception. If you are on a Mac, the upper left-hand corner of every application window in a Mac has 3 little buttons on it. If it doesn't, somebody did something wrong. Because we all know that on a Mac, up there, those 3 little buttons are going to be close, minimize, and expand. Like, that's what it's for. If you're on a Windows machine or a Linux machine, it's in the upper right. Every single program has exactly the same thing. The clipboard on your computer, when you copy and paste, it works the same everywhere. Control-C is a keyboard shortcut that is designed to copy whatever you have selected, whether that's a file or a bit of text or numbers from a spreadsheet. Copying and pasting works the same in every piece of software. I want you to think about the things that go on with your technology, whether it's your computer or your smartphone or a piece of software, that are similar. A design language has evolved, a method of doing things has evolved, and every engineer who sits down to build a piece of hardware or a piece of software knows that language now, and they understand what people are trying to do. So when you're using your technology, I want you to think about it in terms of what problem was the person who built it trying to solve, and how can I get into that groove? You're still gonna have trouble. You're still gonna forget your password. You're still gonna need some technical support, but every piece of software is not different from every other piece of software. They all have things in common. Technology was built to solve a problem, and I want you to think of it like that, and maybe that'll smooth things out for you as you're trying to learn something new with your computer or your smartphone. This is day 2 of the 30-day challenge. Check out YouTube. I'm posting these on the Facebook page for Nerd Butler as well. Please send me a question. I got a couple of videos last night of folks asking questions. We're going to answer those next week. It's going to be really fun. Send it to Levi@NerdButler. You can find me at NerdButler on pretty much all social media. You can leave a comment on this video wherever you happen to be seeing it. And remember, if you want to see more of these and get notified, please either like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, get some notices about when the next ones of these are coming up. We are on day 2, 28 days left to go in the 30-day challenge, and we will see you guys tomorrow.